At 11 a.m. Sunday, the center of Tropical Storm Henri is passing close to Block Island, Rhode Island, 50 miles south-southwest of Providence, Rhode Island. Henri is moving to north-northwest at 14 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour with a higher gusts. Point Judith, Rhode Island reported a gust of 69 miles per hour. Nice. Henri. Wait. Home. Anyway, Fox News is blaming Jill Biden for the Afghanistan withdrawal. Nice, dude. I bet Trump thinks that Hurricane Henri is going to hit Alabama. Getting simple Medicare can cost more with insurance than without. Here are the prices insurers and hospitals didn't want you to see. Hospitals and insurance used to keep prices secret, crafting contracts to bar either party from releasing the data. This year, new federal rule forced them to make those prices public. We built a database with 60 hospitals' newly released price files. With Cigna, it's $1,000 for the price of an MRI. With Aetna, it's $3,100. With Humana, it's $3,800. Nice. Hospitals are charging patients wildly different amounts for the same basic service like an X-ray or a pregnancy test. For the record, hospitals are charging patients wildly different amounts for the same basic service like an X-ray or a pregnancy test. At Memorial Regional Hospital in Florida, an MRI cost $1,827 with a Cigna plan, $2,148 with a Humana plan, $2,455 with a Blue Cross plan, $262 with a Medicare plan. So the reason why this works the way this does is because hospitals know that there's a lot of people who can't pay for stuff, right? They know that a lot of people can't pay for it. So they usually will overload people who can pay for it in an effort to adjust prices for those who cannot. Now, one way to fix this problem would be to eliminate the middleman, the mediators, the insurance companies, who also don't really care about lowering prices because they're just the middleman. They care about squeezing numbers and you know, moving the burden as much as they possibly can over to those who can actually pay for it. But this is part of the reason why, like, if you look at your bill, if you ever request your like itemized receipt from a hospital, sometimes you'd be like, what the fuck? I got a Hal's like cough drop and it says $75. That's because someone else who also got a cough drop when they were in the fucking hospital could not pay for their hospital visit at all. So they are trying to offload all of the costs as best as they can to people that can actually pay for it, and then they do have insurance. I used to work getting insurance companies to pay claims. Part of this is intentional by insurance. They have all individual contracts and prices with providers that are kept secret with legal enforcement. How about doctors don't charge that much for an MRI, LMAO?
But
yeah, if only there was a way to like readjust pricing in this country, except it's literally illegal. Okay? The United States is one of the only countries on the fucking planet where it is, I think it's literally the only country on the planet where any sort of like bargaining for large medical purchases for like entire coverage networks up until recently was completely illegal. The first time they ever actually ended up doing this was with the veterans, with the VA. Like up until recently, the VA was not even allowed to, and every other provider never does this either. But up until recently, it was straight up illegal to negotiate purchase prices. Every other country does this when they're buying pharmaceuticals for their socialized healthcare system. They always do this, and that's precisely why the same exact medicine, the same exact medication, literally the same exact medication is 10x the price in the United States of America in comparison to other countries. That's why patents are oftentimes separated by NA and the rest of the world. Like you make the same amount of value just by maintaining a patent and distributing the drug in NA in comparison to the rest of the country. It's not doctors that are bad in this circumstance, even though hospital administration is pretty fucking demon-like. That's why I think that like it should be illegal to have an MBA and also an MD. I truly believe this. I think these are conflicting values. I think that being pro-capitalist, especially in healthcare, is unironically a conflicting value to the Hippocratic oath that you take as a doctor. I believe that it is abhorrent to have profit in healthcare in any capacity. I truly believe this. I'm not just saying that because one of my primary care physicians back in the day was one of the administrators of the UCLA hospital system. And he used to debate me all the fucking time. And one time he had to literally call me after a checkup to apologize because he was like, I think it was very unprofessional of me to debate you the way that I did before, doing a checkup for you. But, that's another reason. Yeah, he was in, like, the admin side as well. And he fucking would, like, literally debate me all the time. And the talking points that he would use, and this is a doctor, okay? The talking points that he would use were exactly, they were just, like, straight up drawn from an American Enterprise Institute think tank study. Like, just verbatim. I got debated by an MRI tech in the middle of an MRI for my gallbladder. It was weird. You address him as doctor? No. Who the fuck says doctor when they're talking to someone like in person? You never respond to actual good takes you don't agree with? No. You are unfortunately of the same mindset that everyone else routinely gets, where they think like, oh no, I actually have a really good take and I will fucking own him. But when I do end up talking about it, when I do end up addressing it and you look like a fucking clown, and you do have a limited capacity to retaliate regardless because of the format, you will then turn around and say, okay, well, that guy was an idiot, but I have a good take. That's precisely what always happens. It's just that, like, when you end up getting in the crosshairs, you look like a fucking idiot. And then other people will look at you and go, well, that's a stupid person. Like, I have a better point. And then when they get in the crosshairs, then they look like an idiot. And then another person takes their place and says, oh, that was a stupid take. Maybe you just have stupid takes. Most people respect the MD degree. No, I respect their degrees. I'm just saying that, like, it's kind of a weird thing to just, like, talk to a person when you're having a person-to-person conversation and you refer to them by their, like, job title. Anyway, so yeah, until now, consumers had no way to know before they got the bill what prices they were paying and what their insurance would be paying. Many patients still can't get that information today. Most hospitals have not complied with the new rule. Their data remains a secret.
School starts back up tomorrow. Going to be my toughest year in med school. Lots of doctors are class traitors, unfortunately. Hasta la revolucion. Gonna miss you, chat.
Yeah. The VMC offers a toll-free number which consumers can call if they have questions about what they may be charged for their services. This is Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Free referral investigation to see if your hospital has posted its prices publicly. So this happens with the Freedom chat. If you are, by the way, congratulations.
Hassan will be on Bezos next
for going back to your toughest year in med school. I'm literally in med school now, and it's profoundly frustrating how expensive and opaque the medical system is. Yep. So it's terrible. I think profit should be taken out entirely from the medical system, from the pharmaceutical system, and that we should offer free education and free healthcare to everyone unconditionally, but especially even in the short term, certainly to people who do want to become doctors. I think it's silly that we don't do that. Free healthcare on its own is not manageable if you don't also have, because that will certainly lower the salaries of doctors. I'm not going to like lie about this. It will still be incredibly high, don't get me wrong, but the reality is that one way to alleviate some of that cost is by making sure that your med school payments, that you don't have any sort of debt, that you're not saddled with debt for becoming a fucking doctor. One of the most psychotic things on this planet is that, like, we saddle people with debt, permanent debt, when they want to better themselves and become more valuable, more productive members of society. It's so stupid. And this isn't to say that, like, you're not valuable nor productive if you don't get a fucking doctorate degree, but let's be real. This is a highly specialized and hard, long, and complicated thing to pursue. So we should be obviously celebrating them as we do, but then also make it so that they don't have to pay money to pursue this. It makes no sense.
At Hasanabi.
So you respond, Oh, I'm trying to gnome him chat. Why won't he check my logs? Yeah, good one, dude. Get gnomed, shitter. You got me. That was really good, man. Take it out of higher ed as well? No, I completely agree with that. What will drive innovation in medicine if you remove profits completely? I don't know. What currently drives innovation in medicine? It's not profits.
Happy 11 months.
It's literally
That's
not profits. That is a big pharma propaganda point that actually is,
you look tough on stream. It's still
unfortunately, very, very effective.
Frog gang has flex here.
But it's not true. When you look at the discovery of new chemical compounds, like novel chemical compounds, and you adjust it to per capita, the United States is not the #1 nation on the planet, despite us paying significantly more, like 10x more than some of the other comparable OECD nations. So why aren't we #1 in novel chemical compound discovery? That's a complete falsehood that, again, is a classic American Enterprise Institute take. Yes, I know the guy who discovered insulin gave it away for $1, if we only knew. How is it not profits, e.g. tropical diseases are not being solved because of profit motive? What? Tropical diseases are not being solved because of profit motive? I'm so confused. Are you trying to say that like people don't care about poorer nations and that's why they're not solving the problems that poorer nations face? Is that what you're saying? No, people just don't give a fuck about poorer nations in general. It's not because like they're not motivated to make profits out of poorer nations. And even then, I'm pretty sure you're wrong about that. Poorer nations have less infrastructure, less public funding for research because they're poorer. They're oftentimes poorer as a consequence of colonialism, as a consequence of being enslaved for many, many generations, as a consequence of still continued Western imperialism.
Into my college dorms
and therefore, they do not have the same kind of opportunity and amenities to be able to solve these medical problems.
Never forget that. Hassle.
It's sometimes as simple as that. If the profit motive was the main motivator for people in getting good healthcare, then America would have the best fucking healthcare, and you wouldn't hear that same shit take from Ben Shapiro and every other goddamn neoliberal on the internet. They're like, oh my god, we're so good at curing brain cancer or whatever the fuck, right? Yeah, we're like, we have some of the world's best doctors when it comes to certain things, but overall, as far as our entire system goes, we're like ranking incredibly low on the OECD scale with respect to like overall comprehensive treatment. We also have a lower life expectancy than a country like Cuba, which also has, despite the embargoes and despite the many different burdens that America has unfairly placed upon it, has been able to come up with a fucking lung cancer vaccine. So, you know? Oh, is this... Oh, a man gets knocked over by the wind while trying to take pictures of the Henri. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, that shit is crazy, dude. Grab the hat, brother. Grab it. These are brave people, okay? That's a brave man right there, brother. God damn. Oh, shit, he got fucking knocked.
Hasanabi. Bonk.
A lung cancer vaccine? What, lol? Okay. For those of you who don't know, Cuba has a lung cancer vaccine. It's called Simavax. And it's existed for a while, too. Oops. Here it is. Cuba has a lung cancer vaccine. Many U.S. patients can't get it without breaking the law. Keys of stage 4 lung cancer. His treatment options appear to be dwindling this fall. He went to Cuba for a vaccine treatment despite federal law that prohibits Americans from going there for health care. Now, with President Trump's recent tightening of regulations governing travel to Cuba, it has become much harder to travel there, but Keys needed more of the vaccine. This spring, he's going back. I'm not looking to break the law, but I'm not looking to die either, Keys declared. People with stage 4 cancer like me should be allowed to try whatever they want to stay alive. Keys has abundant company in 2 years since relations between the U.S. and Cuba were normalized under President Barack Obama. One of his best foreign policy decisions, by the way. A growing number of lung cancer patients traveled to Cuba for a vaccine called Simavax, and more recently a newer vaccine, Vaxera. These patients are an elusive group. None of those who went apparently provided their real reason for going to Cuba when applying for a visa. Just how effective are the vaccines they're smuggling into the country in their small refrigerated lunchboxes is unclear. Neither do the vaccines prevent cancer. Rather, they're kind of an immunotherapy that prompts the body's immune system to battle the disease in patients with non-small cell lung cancer. The unfortunate reality is because of our relationship with Cuba, we can't even do comprehensive testing, by the way, In January, the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center in Buffalo, New York, launched a clinical trial of Simovac with Cuba's Center of Molecular Immunology, which developed the vaccine. It's the first joint venture between the two countries since the Cuban Revolution. Roswell is now doing research to determine if they want to do a similar trial with Vaxera. It will take years for either of the drugs to receive any final approval. For many patients, including some who were not accepted into the Roswell trial, travel to Cuba has become a much talked about option. This is, of course, something that Americans do regularly. For example, even conservatives who themselves love the Republican Party and vote for the Republicans regularly will routinely travel to Mexico for cheaper pharmaceutical options, because Mexico is yet another country that actually bargains to lower pharmaceutical prices when they are doing purchases. Yeah, hella people do that and then turn around and vote for fucking Republicans. But to be fair, it's not like liberals are fucking taking active steps to lower pharmaceutical prices or lower fucking, like, taking the legitimate steps necessary to lower pharmaceutical prices or even lower prices for healthcare in general. So, revealed countries with the best healthcare systems in 2021. Where's the United States on this? Number 30. I mean, dude, come on. That's pretty good if I do say so myself, brother. The fuck do you mean? Guess what? Guess what, motherfucker? We're number 30. Okay?
Pogo.
Look at that. Better than Lithuania and Estonia and Qatar. That's right. God dang made up numbers. It's so weird, however, that the Cuban Immunology Center is in operation without the profit motive. But I guess their motive there is to spread communism. You start taking that goddamn lung cancer vaccine, and all of a sudden you're like, hasta la siempre. You keep saying, my daddy got that vaccine. He keeps saying, viva la revolucion. What the fuck? Started wearing a goddamn beret. Talking about how, you know, he keeps saying, Chingala migra. I don't know what the fuck that mean. I think he means migration or something. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, many studies like this have been conducted, but this is like CEO World magazine, so I don't know how fucking valid this is, but it tracks with the other studies that I have seen that are not from fucking CEO World magazine. We've looked at like some of the more comprehensive ones in the past. We're 30th overall, but for top of the line treatments, we're number 1 by a long shot, my dude, as long as it's not something turbo illegal like harvested organ transplanting. I lived and worked in Spain for 6 years, fam, and have dual citizenship. No, we're number 1 for like certain top of the line treatments, which of course, if you can pay for it. But certain top of the line treatments, like I think it's like brain cancer or some shit like that. But other than that, we are not number 1 in most of the fucking routine services that we need to get. Like we're not number 1 at all. And that's precisely why people like Ben Shapiro, who are dishonest liars, will always hyper focus on like the one area that we're good at, and then never actually talk about healthcare. Never actually talk about healthcare from an all-encompassing standpoint. It's like most people don't need fucking complicated brain transplants, okay? Or whatever the fuck he's talking about. They need like hip replacement surgery. And we are not number 1 at hip replacement surgery. The only thing we're number 1 at when it comes to hip replacement surgery is how expensive it is. Our cost is number 1. You know? You feel me? Norway is only number 11. That's kind of fucked up, I think. What do you mean? Only number 11? This list is bullshit. Absolutely unacceptable. We are actually number 1 in everything in Norway. Are you fucking kidding me? Where is the United States?
Way.
37? Are you fucking kidding? Oh, the list is worse, dude. What the fuck? Hey, look at that. Cuba's worse than the United States. Owned. Fucking owned. This list is bullshit. I do not believe it. Turkey, look at Turkey, look at Turkey. Turkey is fucking low probably on the list. What the fuck? Is it not even on the list? Wait, what the fuck? For real? Number 70. Oh, no. Not good. Not good, dude. Fucking owned. Listen, you could knock this up. You could knock this up to like number 50 if Turks didn't beat up doctors, okay? Now that Recep Tayyip Erdogan made it a law that you will get a aggravating factor for beating up your fucking doctor or your nurse, and that will be doctor beatings will go down. Maybe we'll be able to finally crack the top 50 in Turkey. It's not even a joke. This is a literal fucking problem in Turkey. Beating up doctors. Any more context? LMAO. Apparently, there's like a big problem with
XQCL.
Apparently, there's a big problem with fucking Turks beating up doctors. Yeah, I mean, it became an issue that they literally fucking put out a law for it. They added an aggravating factor in an effort to, you know, discourage people from beating their doctors up. Wait, what? Of course, Corbido and Cenk Uygur, a guy who posts revenge porn and posts up. Dude, I'm never gonna look at fucking Jimmy Dore. Are you kidding me?
10
fucking washed up clout goblin, dude. Get the fuck out of here. He's just mad my house is nicer than his big ass house. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my dick, Jimmy Dore. Get funny, okay? Old man. South Korean man went to jail to get health care. Nice. Hey, doctors,
10.
Choose beat up or $1 million sue. That's the most Turkish fucking... Dude, this is why Turks are also included in the, like, Balkan, cursed Balkan comment section. This is the most, like, Balkan / Turkish ass fucking way of typing, dude. Hey, doctors, choose beat up or $1 million lawsuit. Says Utkucan Turan, the most Turkish name. You will get $1 million lawsuit. 78% of ER doctors attacked by patients' relatives at Turkish hospitals. I don't believe this, dude. This is an insane number, okay?
0 months.
This has got, I mean, they did actually fucking put a law, they did literally change the law, so maybe it is true. I don't know. That's a little much, that's a bit much. No shot. Like, I was just memeing about it. At least it's free, though. Turkey's emergency room doctors are tired of getting beaten up. Yeah.
17 bajillion years, Pog.
Why are you backtracking? This is so disingenuous. Yeah, I know. I am backtracking. Totally. When I'm the one who originally fucking told you that this was a thing because none of you knew. Anyway, new side talk. 22 U.S. hospitals are in the top 100 hospitals worldwide. Kinda hog you. Let's go. Oh, well, okay. To be fair, the one area where the United States absolutely excels in is like having fucking like incredible hospitals. I mean, our healthcare for those who can pay for it is very comforting in many ways. Like, our hospitals are like fucking hotels in comparison to hospitals all around the world. That's actually like the facilities are insane. If you've ever been to a hospital anywhere else in the world, you will know this as well. Like, hospitals are fucking psychotic. It's literally like a fucking hotel if you can afford it. Many can't, and that's kind of the problem. Much like how many can't afford the top of the hour ad break avoidance, okay? Which is coming right now because it's first ad break of the day. You already know. And if you want to avoid it, the ad break that I'm about to run, you can subscribe, right? You can subscribe for $5. If you don't have $5, you can subscribe for free if you have a Twitch Prime, because Twitch Prime is free. And if you have neither of those things, as you foolishly use your Twitch Prime elsewhere, then you can use an ad block, or you can use a VPN. But Twitch Prime is the free version, the method of choice. Here is the 1 minute ad break. Now, let's watch this side talk video now.
2021, weed is legal, motherfucker.
How long have you been smoking for?
Since I was a fucking baby. You see this shit? The best shit in the fucking Bronx.
I'm really out here with fucking Stony Mama. Look at her eyes. She's stoned, bro. She got the glasses and all that. You can't see her shit.
I smoke more weed than Snoop Dogg.
We're in the Bronx, man. We're in the Bronx, man.
The Bronx here is the best borough, but there's a lot of nosy motherfucking people, okay? If they don't like it, tough titties on them.
Look at her fucking shirt, higher than a giraffe pussy. What that even means? That's different.
Yo, she's higher than a giraffe pussy. Y'all know how high a giraffe pussy is?
The highest.
That shit all the way up there.
I got the fucking munchies, and now I'm going to Popeyes.
What are you smoking on?
You know, you're standing too fucking close to me. I'm fried as a motherfucker.
Goddamn. You gotta go home and take a nap.
Where'd you get your earrings?
I got it from the fucking plug.
See them earrings? That's some gas right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's 200 a pop for an earring. I ain't gonna lie.
Nice. Dude. New York is awesome. Ban New York? He's not gonna lie to you, dude.
I love you, Arjan.
Like, I know you want him to lie to you, but he's not gonna lie. He ain't gonna lie. Live at 4 p.m. Jack is gonna be live, okay?
AD break pogo.
Officials warn of ICU's full, nursing shortages. The CDC warning about, have you been to New York? What do you mean, dude? Of course. My mom used to have an apartment in New York. She used to live in New York. U.S. hospitals have the same energy as those billion-dollar college football stadiums? Yes. That's a great fucking example, actually. I've been to luxury hospitals in India, which is where people go for medical tourism, and they're so fucking nice. Also, Socktims in chat seriously need to stop hyping up Canada so much. You literally would go broke here if you don't have insurance and get chronic dental injuries. Also, physiotherapy, mental therapy here is insanely unaffordable. Yeah. Balkan post of the day. Come on, people, put some effort into your memes. Greeks are gay. Boo, get better material. Macedonians are monkeys. Turks are roaches. Romanians are thieves. Albanians steal organs. Bulgarians are monkeys. This is such inside baseball, dude. Mehmed, your mom. Turk roach. Ottoman disabled son. The Balkans are a cursed land, okay?
Whoa. 4 months. My sister
Romania
says that
forever,
healthcare
brother.
isn't
Fuck you.
expensive
We are
because
not
they can't
thieves.
send you to collections if you pay $1 to them a month.
Me Greek strong sperm. You weak Turk sperm.
Love all of you, chat hassle.
Wait, does that mean it's live now, Jack? You might be live soon, Jack. We're waiting on Jack to cut the malarkey.
Pogo Arjan.
Have you seen your section of the practical guide to leftist YouTube? No. Send it to me and we'll watch it right now while we wait for malarkey. While we wait for the malarkey man to cometh. Okay. Let me just say something, okay? If there is a fucking title of a YouTube video that is like, if there's a title of a YouTube video and the title is, I can be way more racist than you, and it's related to Balkan posting, then don't link it. You might as well link porn at that point, because I'm going to get fucking banned. Okay? Just, you know, type out slurs in the chat at that point. You're just basically doing that. Okay? Because weak American ears are not, they're not ready for the horrifying things that people from the Balkans say to one another on a daily basis. Okay? It's just not happening. I will get banned. Every time I click on anything related to the Balkans, if we're being honest, that's a real reason why I might get clapped by NetsDG, okay? Here's the video and the timestamp.
Subs, and he posts at least once a day on trending and relevant topics. I actually found Vosh when I was researching for a video on critical.
Motherfucker was like, yo, dude, you should watch the practical fucking YouTubers
what
thing.
I'm describing is
and then literally just fucking showed Vosh.
Describing the scientifically accepted position at the moment. Like, you know that, right? You know that, like, biologists aren't all a bunch of race realists. I'm the one who's standing with the experts on this.
They stream daily and are able to pull videos from each stream, hiring editors to cut down and upload them to YouTube, sometimes multiple times a day. This is in contrast with video essayists, who upload much less frequently, but pack a lot more into the production of their content, writing narratives that are more fully composed than stream reaction highlights. There's a debate online.
Isn't this literally, this is Noah, right? He's, isn't he, what's his fucking face? He's Noel's editor, isn't he not? Is he not? Yeah, he's Noel's editor. That's part of the reason why Noel's so fucking based too. Dude, yeah, he's great.
As to
follow him
which
now.
of these formats is more helpful or successful, but I mean, for the purposes of this video, fuck all that. They're both good. They're just for different audiences and for different types of people. And the end result is the same. More leftist perspectives in larger mainstream spaces. And people really like them. You know, I like watching streams every once in a while. I'll dip my toe into a Twitch. So for this, we'll be looking at 3 live streamers: Hassan Piker, Vosh, and The Surfs TV. There are plenty of others, but these are the most prominent ones and should be enough to get the ball rolling. Most leftist streamers can be found in Discord debate calls with like 47 other streamers at any given
Okay, not me. Okay, I am not doing that.
time. So if you're into this sort of content, you'll find them eventually. The most prominent political streamer by far is Hassan Piker, formerly known as Woke Bay for his political handsomeness. He's only been streaming since 2018, but pretty much dominates the leftist Twitch viewership, as well as Twitch viewership generally. While covering the 2020 election, he broke all records when it comes to live viewership of political streams. He was part of the infamous Among Us stream, where AOC, Ilhan Omar, and a handful of other famous streamers played Among Us to help get those sussy little bakas out to the voting booth. The game was streamed in front of 400,000 people, which still ranks in the top 20 of most watched streams in Twitch history. Pokemon Among Us to the polls. I'm sorry. His Twitch success has translated well to YouTube, with his channel hitting 700,000 subscribers in just over 3 years of uploading. He does a lot of different stuff on his stream, much of which goes up on YouTube. He watches and responds to reactionary content, people like Ben Shapiro, who he has nicely rebranded as Shabibo. I much prefer that. Crowder, Poopy Girl, Trump Hogs, and just general conservative dipshit antics. He covers news stories and is very interactive with his chat. He isn't afraid to debate with or yell at chatters who are having bad takes or need to be educated on things. He's very adept at dealing with conservative talking points, and this is a helpful tool to display to people who are watching that may have right-wing friends and family, or maybe think that it's a good idea to come into the chat and make those points themselves. Watching small town...
What do you mean? He said, notice how he hasn't mentioned gaming. He started off with gaming. Among Us, Sussy Baka. Don't be a sussy little baka. Say there's no gaming.
Conservative chatters get dunked on over and over. It's fun for the whole family.
You fucking dumb troglodytes, dude. Fuck you. You disgust me. I'm serious. It's just, you are so cringe and so fucking annoying and so disgusting, dude.
Hassan has kind of made being a leftist hip and cool and dope, fam. 100 Thieves Gucci style. Cash App compound. With his popularity on Twitch and connections with other content creators with massive followings, giving leftist ideas a bigger platform than they've ever really had. He also followed me on Twitter a couple weeks back, so... Hi chat, poggers, pog you, pogu. As far as content recommendations, most of the YouTube videos are fairly similar in that they're more reaction focused. So if you're not going to watch the stream, just browse around the channel a bit until you find someone that you want to see get made fun of real good.
That's it? Okay, that was pretty good. This is like, is there anything else going on here? There's just like a lot of, oh man, I wish there was more. This is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty accurate. That was a great intro for people who watched that vid. Yeah, for sure. You had like the 4th longest segment. Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking narcissist. What do you mean? I want to see more of myself. You know what I mean? Didn't mention the industrial complex. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Liv has something to say about you last stream. She started beefing. Just watch to the end of the clip.
This is my real sincere take.
All right, let's see what she had to say
on the Hassan House thing, because all the other stuff was a joke. This is it. If you are a leftist and you do not live in a shed in Montana, you are a fake leftist.
She's right.
Turned into a triumph. So again, what happens if you can do it directly, successfully? If this
clip me then send it to him. Send him to him, bitch. I said what I said.
Danger of failure.
My only.
Teddy K didn't consider himself a leftist, in my opinion. Yeah, of course not, dude. He's fucking significantly he's significantly well-rounded, more well-rounded than leftists. They are gatekeeping, they are slay queening, they are doing this in the name of Allah, of course, but they are doing girl boss shit. My trucker Iranian dad trying to use all the slang I taught him with his Persian co-workers.
9/11.
Okay. What the fuck? Thanks for the 12 months, man. My man just said 9/11. Okay. Oh shit, I see movement. Wait, what? I see movement. Is Malarkey coming out or what, dude? Chat, what's that fucking Arabic trap song I play all the time? What is it?
9/11 Part 2. Pause champ.
You made Cussy Pop on TikTok? In the Disney animated Pixar movie, Cars, if there are female cars and male cars, and then baby cars, that implies the existence of a car pussy, i.e. a pussy. How else would they Oh my god.
7-11.
Oh my god, dude. They're getting ready. Joe Biden's getting ready, chat. He's gonna come out and be like, all glory to jihad, international jihad, Jack. You gotta cut that malarkey. He's about to be like, hurry up, Jack. We gave Afghanistan to the Taliban because they were sick and tired of the malarkey. They're gonna cut it.
I hate my life.
I love that song so much. This is from the that's the song from the epic Sky Bomb or whatever video where like the dude is jumping out of an airplane. All right, there's a couple different things I wanted to show. What was the other one, chat? There was another thing I wanted to look at. I brought it up. No, not the new Second Thought video. There was another thing. Hold on. There was like a couple different things that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the Tesla bot. Does anyone have a video for it? I mean, I guess I could just like look at my retweets real quick. So let's just get started with this. Okay. Here is the Tesla robot. Sorry. As you guys may have heard, Tesla's unveiling a robot, right? Like, and everyone's really excited. Oh my God, Elon Musk, he did it again. Well, this is what he did. Oh, never mind, dude. It's actually just a dude in a fucking robot suit. Because once again, this is literally what Elon Musk does all the fucking time. That's why I'm like one of my favorite podcast series of all time is Liz Embrace on TrueAnon doing the doing the Elon Musk thing. Hold on, we gotta
talk about our efforts to prepare and respond to this storm. We have closely monitoring Henri's progress and making the necessary preparations. Fortunately, it's no longer a hurricane. It's been downgraded to a tropical storm. And we are taking it seriously, though, because the size and the storm surge and the rainfall is producing. It's also impacting an area of the country that has already experienced heavy rainfall over the past several days. And while New Englanders are used to dealing with some tough weather, this storm has the potential for widespread consequences across the region with significant flooding and power outages that could affect hundreds of thousands of people. And so we're doing everything we can now to help those states prepare, respond, and recover. I can't think of anyone better to lead this operation than Deanne Criswell of FEMA. Before she headed up FEMA, she led the emergency response in New York City, and she was one of the key federal officials leading our response to Superstorm Sandy. She knows this area very, very well and knows what's needed better than anyone. Yesterday, I talked with the administrator and each of the governors in the key states most likely to be affected. I urged them to take advantage of the assistance FEMA can offer in advance and committed to do everything we can to support their communities through the storm and afterwards. FEMA has already pre-positioned resources in the region to speed our ability to respond, including food, water, and life-saving communications equipment, as well as generators. In close cooperation with the electrical sector, Preparations are in place to address significant power outages, and resources and supports is staged at the edge of this storm to be able to move quickly in to help. Thousands of additional line crews and vegetation clearing crews from other states and from Canada are already heading toward the impacted states of New England, ready to serve and move in as soon as is feasible. They'll clean up fallen trees, help local utilities repair damaged lines, and restore electrical service as fast as possible. And I want to thank these crews for their commitment to helping their fellow citizens in time of need. I've already approved emergency declarations for Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New York, which activates funds and means we can get in there and help as soon as this extreme weather has moved through. We don't know the full extent of the storm's impact today, but we're acting to prepare for and prevent damage as much as possible, and to speed help to affected communities so they can recover as quickly as possible. I also want to encourage everyone to do their part to prepare. Follow the guidance from their local authorities. Some places have already had heavy rains and winds and dangerous storm surges. Henri is going to continue to move across much of the Northeast, so it's important to monitor it closely and be prepared in your home, in your community. Make sure you have the supplies for your entire household, including necessary medications and food, water, battery-powered radios in case of extended power outages. And don't forget that you may need to seek shelter while you're battling the Delta variant and COVID-19. So wear a mask and try to observe social distancing. And to everyone across the country, don't get caught by the next storm. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated now. Protect yourself and your family against COVID-19. It's going to be a vital part of emergency preparedness this year, for the remainder of this year. Now let me turn to Afghanistan. I've continued to make progress since I've spoke to you on Friday. We have moved thousands of people each day via U.S. military aircraft and civilian charter flights. In a little over 30 hours this weekend, we've evacuated an extraordinary number of people, as I will detail in a minute, about 11,000 individuals. That number will change day to day as the air and ground operations in Kabul vary. Our first priority in Kabul is getting American citizens out of the country as quickly and as safely as possible. At my direction, the State Department continues to reach out to the remaining Americans we have identified by phone, email, and other means to ascertain their whereabouts and their plans. We're executing a plan to move groups of these Americans to safety and to safely and effectively move them to the airport compound. For security reasons, I'm not going to go into the detail of what these plans entail, but I will say again today that I have said before, any American who wants to get home will get home. We've also been evacuating the citizens of our NATO allies and our partners, including their diplomats, their embassy staff, who remain in Afghanistan, and to get them back to their homes as well. And as we do this, we're also working to move our Afghan allies who stood with us side by side, and other vulnerable Afghans, such as women leaders and journalists, out of the country. As of this morning, we have evacuated nearly 28,000 people since August the 14th on both U.S. and coalition aircraft, including civilian charters, bringing the total number of people we've evacuated since July to approximately 33,000 persons. In one 24-hour period this weekend, 23 U.S. military flights, including 14 C-17s, 9 C-130 flights, left Kabul carrying 3,900 passengers. We see no reason why this tempo will not be kept up. During the same period, our military facilitated another 35 charter flights, carrying an additional 4,000 evacuees to other countries that are taking them out. Altogether, we lifted approximately 11,000 people out of Kabul in less than 36 hours. It's an incredible operation. Let me be clear. The evacuation of thousands of people from Kabul is going to be hard and painful, no matter when it started, when we began. It would have been true if we had started a month ago or a month from now. There is no way to evacuate this many people without pain and loss of heartbreaking images you see on television. It's just a fact. My heart aches for those people you see. We are proving that we can move those thousands of people a day out of Kabul. We're bringing our citizens, NATO allies, Afghanis who in fact has helped us in the war effort, but we have a long way to go, and a lot could still go wrong. But to move out 30,000 people in just over a week, that's a great testament to the men and women on the ground in Kabul and our armed services. It also reflects a tireless diplomatic effort. In order to keep a steady flow of planes taking off from Kabul and maximize our evacuation capacity, we have quickly stood up an unprecedented global effort and established a series of processing stations in third countries. In short, we're not flying them directly to their country, we're flying to these processing stations, where we're working with more than 24 countries across 4 continents. We've secured agreements
After this, we're gonna go to the Tesla robot, where I'm gonna make fun of Elon Musk, and then after that, we'll do LSF.
Qatar, Germany, Kuwait, Spain, and elsewhere. It allows us to sort and process these evacuees. These transit centers provide a safe place for the SIV applicants and other vulnerable Afghanis and their families to complete their paperwork while we conduct security screenings and background checks before they continue on to their final destination in the United States or in another country, one of our NATO allies as well. And so from Asia to Africa, from Europe to Western Hemisphere,
Nelk Jr.
nations are
Don.
making generous offers to support resettlement efforts. And I've been in personal contact with the leaders of many countries, including Qatar, Germany, Spain, Italy, the UAE, and others. They're making vital contributions. To thank them for their support and to discuss how we can continue to coordinate our efforts in Afghanistan moving forward is the reason why I continue in contact with them. And I want to again thank all of our partners for their continuing to stand together. We've also activated the first stage of what's referred to as the Civil Reserve Air Fleet to help with the onward movement of evacuees from these transit centers. Our military aircraft and other...
I can't believe he's so fucking... He just said, let Ireland be Ireland, Jack! Free, liberate Ireland from the treacherous, treasonous English roll, Jack! Cut the malarkey!
This is a voluntary program for our commercial airlines.
He just said that.
And we're grateful for those airlines and the U.S. carriers who are supporting us. This effort will only use 3 or 4 planes from each of the major carriers, vast fleets of aircraft. So there should be no effect or a minimal effect on commercial air travel. And we'll stay in close coordination with our partners to mitigate any impact.
Qatar.
These Civil Reserve flights will be helping facilitate the safe movement of people from staging locations and transit centers like Qatar or Germany to the United States or to a third country. None of them will be landing in Kabul. Now, the American aircraft that part of this will not be going to any country but the United States. As this effort unfolds, I want to be clear about 3 things. 1, planes taking off from Kabul are not flying directly to the United States. They're landing at U.S. military bases and transit centers around the world.
He's like, don't worry, boys.
At these sites where they're landing,
don't worry, they're not coming here.
Conducting thorough scrutiny, security screening for everyone who is not a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent residence. Anyone arriving in the United States will have undergone a background check. Number 3, once screened and cleared, we will welcome these Afghans who helped us in the war effort over the last 20 years to their new home in the United States of America, because that's who we are. That's what America is. You know, I've been touched by the outpouring of support that we've seen from communities, organizations across America mobilizing to support these efforts. So many of these Afghans stood bravely by U.S. troops in Afghanistan. And now, the United States, including veterans groups, refugee settlement agencies, religious organizations, and so many others, are standing with our Afghan allies. It exemplifies the best of America. And I want to say again, just how difficult this mission is and how dangerous the dangers it poses to our troops on the ground. The security environment is changing rapidly. There are civilians crowded at the airport, although we've cleared thousands of them. We know that terrorists may seek to exploit the situation and target innocent Afghans or American troops. They're maintaining constant vigilance we're maintaining the constant vigilance to monitor and disrupt threats from any source, including the likely source being ISIS-K, the Afghan affiliate referred to as ISIS-K. But we're under no illusions about the threat. I said on Friday, ISIS-K is a sworn enemy of the Taliban, and they have a history of fighting one another. But every day we have troops on the ground. These troops and innocent civilians at the airport face the risk of attack from ISIS-K from a distance, even though we're moving back the perimeter
What the fuck?
significantly. We're
Yo,
working
new
hard
ISIS just
and as
dropped.
fast as we can to get people out. That's our mission. That's our goal. And our determination to get every American citizen home and to evacuate our Afghan allies is unwavering. We continue to see not only the enormous scope and scale of the effort, we will see the individual lives that are affected, the families that are desperate to get home to their loved ones in America, the communities of veterans who have mobilized to try to help their former interpreters get to safety, the frightened Afghans who aren't sure what to do. To state the obvious, it's
Base
heartbreaking.
K joined ISIS.
We're all seeing it. We see it. We feel it. You can't look at it and not feel
no, that's a
it.
joke.
Nothing about this effort is easy.
ICEs.
But the women and men of the United States Armed Forces are acting bravely and with professionalism and with a basic human compassion.
New ISIS dropped before
I want
Donda.
to offer my profound thanks to our service members.
Bro, Kanye literally could have stopped ISIS, but he's too busy posting about living in a society and shit. He could have prevented ISIS-K if he dropped Donda.
To all the diplomats and civil servants who are working around the clock to rescue American citizens, the citizens of our allies, our Afghan partners, vulnerable Afghans such as women leaders and journalists, what we are doing is extraordinary. And you have to think of all they're doing. Thanks to the people from all over the world who are helping this effort. So I want to thank you, and I'll keep you informed every day as we move forward. May God protect our troops and our diplomats, and who are serving in harm's way. Now I'll take a few questions. Darlene from the Associated Press.
Mr. President, thank
Yes.
you. We're 9 days away from the August 31st deadline. Will you extend that deadline, or what is your thought process on extending the evacuation operation?
There are discussions going on among us in the military about extending. Our hope is we will not have to extend, but there are going to be
ISIS-K,
discussions, I
dude.
suspect, on how far along we are in the process.
Mr. President, Mr. President.
Mario Parker, Bloomberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to piggyback off the August
Thank
31st
you.
deadline, you
Theo
told
is not
the
alive.
G7 in Cornwall, you promised them support back in June. If they asked for
Nice, dude. He gave it to Mario, an Italian man.
Past August 31st deadline, what will you tell them on Tuesday, sir?
I will tell them that we'll see what we can do. Look, we are working closely with the G7. I've spoken with most of the leaders of G7. I'll be doing a conference with them, I think Tuesday, I'm not certain. And we'll have that discussion. But we already have helped get out diplomats from other countries. We've already helped get out citizens from other countries, and we'll continue to do that.
And Mr. President, it sounded like you've extended operations into Kabul outside of the airport. Is that correct?
What I'm not going to do is talk about the tactical changes we're making to make sure we maintain as much security as we can. We have constantly, how can I say it, increased rational access to the airport
Biden not addressing
where more folk can get there more safely. It's still a dangerous operation, but I don't want to go into the detail of how we're doing that.
Mr. President, Mr. President.
Andrew from the Wall Street Journal.
Thanks, Mr. President. Our reporting on the ground shows that Afghans with the proper paperwork are still having trouble getting to the airport. Some said if you look at by the U.S. U.S. Embassy staff still haven't. Some U.S. Embassy staff that are Afghan haven't been able to make it into the airport as well. Why isn't the U.S. doing more to allow Afghans into the airport, to ensure access to the airport? And are you still opposed to setting up an extended perimeter around the airport to help ease that access?
Number one, I think you're going to see they're going to get out. Number two, we have made a number of changes, including extending access around the airport and the safe zone. And we've done a number of things, again, I don't want to get into detail about, but the fact is that more and more of the groups we urgently want to get out of Afghanistan, starting with American citizens and the folks who worked in the embassies and personnel with our allies, as well as the Afghans who helped them and worked in those embassies, as well as those who helped them on the battlefield as well. We are working diligently to make sure we've increased the ability to get them out. We've changed the gate operations and a whole range of things, and that's why we've been able to significantly increase the number.
No nitty, no gritty, boys.
Did the Taliban agree to an extension past August 31st? Have you discussed that with them?
We've discussed a lot with the Taliban. They've been cooperative in extending some of the perimeter. That remains to be seen whether we ask that question. Ed, fire away.
Yes,
I want
Mr.
you
President.
jumping
Actually,
over that.
following up on Andrew's question, because the United States is now negotiating with the Taliban over airport access and such, do you now trust them? And then a question on the public response. A new poll out today shows Americans wanted to withdraw from Afghanistan, but they disapprove of the way you've handled it. Poll also
Shut the
found that
fuck
based
up!
in part on what's
Shut the
transpired
fuck
in the
up!
last
No,
week,
they don't!
a
Shut
majority
up!
of Americans-
The only reason why they feel
Forgive me, I'm just a
conflicted about the fucking
No longer
evacuation is because of the way the media is
focused,
non-stop
effective,
fucking covering it. Shut
haven't
up!
seen that.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
from CBS
Based
and-
Biden, Bossman
what would you
Biden.
say to those Americans who no longer believe that you're
Look.
up to the job?
Tell them.
I had a basic decision to make. I either withdraw America from a 20-year war that, depending on whose analysis you accept, cost us $150 million a day for 20 years or $300 million a day for 20 years. Who, and I carry this card every day, and who, in fact, where we lost 2,448 Americans dead and 20,722 wounded. Either increase the number of forces we keep there and keep that going. I decided to end the war. As I said the other day, you know, the only reason we're in Afghanistan is this is the place from which bin Laden attacked the United States of
Fucking
America.
Daily Mail.
Had this been in another Middle Eastern country where he could have easily have moved from, we would have never gone to Afghanistan. So the question is, when is the right time to leave? Where are our national interests? Where do they lie? We can not recognize that terrorism has metastasized around the world, and the need for us to focus on other parts of the world which create an even greater danger of an al-Qaeda-like operation beginning can't be ignored. And we are, as you well know, because you follow this, we are a number of places where we're doing that without permanent basing American forces there. So I think when this is over, the American people have a clear understanding of what I did, why we did it, and but look, that's the job. My job is to make judgments. My job is to make judgments no one else can or will make. I made them. I'm convinced I'm absolutely correct in not deciding to send more young women and men to war for a war that in fact is no longer warranted.
On the question of the Taliban, though, do you trust them now that you have to negotiate with them?
I don't trust anybody, including you. I love you, but you know.
Don't know what's wrong with this boss man, Biden.
The Taliban has a.
That's right.
Taliban has to make a fundamental decision. Is the Taliban going to attempt to be able to unite and provide for the well-being of the people of Afghanistan, which no one group has ever done since before, dealing for hundreds of years? And if it does, it's going to need everything from additional help in terms of economic assistance, trade, and a whole range of things. The Taliban has said, we'll see whether they mean it or not. They're seeking legitimacy. They're seeking legitimacy to determine whether or not they will be recognized by other countries. They have told other countries as well as us, they don't want us to move our diplomatic presence completely. But so all this is all just talk now. all just talk now. And so far, the Taliban has not taken action against U.S. forces. So far, they have, by and large, followed through on what they said in terms of allowing Americans to pass through and the like. And I'm sure they don't control all of their forces. It's a ragtag force. And so we'll see. We'll see whether or not what they...
Why would anyone ever trust what his, like, opinion is on, like, Taliban-related info when he already got fucking owned into oblivion with the evacuation by openly stating that, you know, he was wrong. He was, like, super wrong. The intelligence was super wrong. The intelligence they chose to tell the media was just insanely incorrect.
I don't see where that is in our overwhelming interest. And the talk about how our interests are going to be impacted, let me tell you, you're sitting in Beijing or you're sitting in Moscow. Are you happy we left? They'd love nothing better for us to continue to be bogged down there, totally occupied with what's going on. So the idea, I think that history is going to record, this was the logical, rational, and right decision to make.
Intel is now a fact, not an opinion.
Sanctions against the Taliban, the verdict.
Bro, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, shit.
Sanctions.
Oh, he did the look back.
On Tuesday. Would you support sanctions against the Taliban under certain conditions? On Friday, you mentioned harsh conditions if they misbehave.
The answer is yes. It depends on the conduct. Thanks.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, walk it. Now walk it out, dude. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Get walked on, dude. Hey, once again, folks, I just gotta say.
Bossman Biden? Bossman Biden?
Yeah.
Bossman Biden?
All of you fucking liberals are fakes, motherfucker. Get like me, okay? Get like me. All you fake ass liberals, like, oh my God, vote for Biden. Like, if you vote for anybody else, you're doing the wrong thing, blah, blah, blah. Where are you now? Where are you now? That's right. Only the dirtbag left is riding with Biden, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. She turned Hasanabi religious. I think she got banned for that, so I can't do that. But yeah. Yeah, that's right. What is this?
Bruh.
That's right, dude. That's right.
Bossman Biden?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah. You guys got nothing, dude.